Welcome back to another reading, folks. I am using the Light Seers Tarot, and I have laid your cards out in a Celtic cross formation. Your first card, your central theme, is the Eight of Wands, and it's in reverse. This is energy that is stagnant. It could push forward. I believe it's also associated, yes, it's associated with the Strength card. So there might be quite a bit of strength that you'll need to have to exhibit in order to move out of this particular energy of stagnancy. This is being at a standstill. This is not doing anything when it comes to a particular situation, even though you're getting the sensation, most likely, that you should be doing something, that you should be moving out of your situation. Now, here's the energy that's crossing you. It is pointing into the future. This is the Page of Swords. This talks to me about the real potential that you could start growing your own mind, for instance, separate from other people's minds. This is where you start to learn to have your own opinions and not necessarily need to lean on the opinions or even advice of others all the time, right? Of course, we still need advice from other people, but this is the start of recognizing when advice from others is needed and when it's not, and also when the advice is bad and when it's good as well. The Page of Swords eventually will bring you to the King of Swords if you continue to build your thought life, if you continue to meditate and calm your mind and teach your mind to be your servant and not you be its servant, for instance. If you're someone who struggles with ADHD, like I do, for instance, that's going to be a little bit of a harder task. But I've really enjoyed Insight Timer. Not sponsored, by the way. I'm using the free version. I'm using the Insight Timer in order to help me become a stronger King of Swords, in the sense that I tell my mind what to do. It doesn't tell me what to do. When my mind goes running off to one particular direction, I'm the one who brings it back. And that's a lifetime practice for most everybody. But this is I feel like you're starting to think in a different path. I feel like you're starting to think about speaking in a different way. And you might already be doing this now. You might be having some internal rebellions against your particular situation that have simmered to the surface. And you might be seriously contemplating, or you might be starting to verbally stand up for yourself in a particular situation, okay? And why I say stand up for yourself, leave a situation, is because this is in your past. This is the Three of Swords. It's in reverse. I feel like you've repeatedly gotten hurt and you've just absorbed it because it's family. Those are my friends. That's my romantic partner. That's the mother, the father, the parent of my children, for instance. I feel like you've pretty repeatedly stuck around in this particular scenario of constantly getting your heart broken, but just chalking it up to it being, life sucks sometimes. It is what it is. It's a struggle relationship. You need to take this as it resonates, but I feel like you're stuck in a cycle of heartbreak. And with that Eight of Wands energy, that makes more sense that you're kind of stagnant in this. However, I do see the potential for you folks to be thinking in new directions and even starting to speak out in new different directions. Page of Swords energy is very strong. It's air and earth together. So this might tempt some people into being very blunt with their words. So that's air energy combined with earth energy. When they say something, it's deadpan, it's blunt. I've already said that before. They don't mince words. They have loud opinions. Page of Swords has a lot of energy in the sense that it's just kind of bursting forth. It's not learned to control its energy just yet. So this is very new energy. It's very strong and then weak, and then strong and then weak. It kind of goes all over the place right now. You do have the potential to develop this into a much stronger mental energy later on. And then you can become a stronger speaker as well. This is in your conscious position. This is the Two of Swords. You've got a choice to make about ending this particular cycle of heartbreak, this stagnancy that you've been in with the Eight of Wands. You can turn this around. You can end things. Now with death, that is the end of an era. You're not going to be able to go back to how things were after you make the choice to end things. And I mean truly end things. With that Page of Swords, that talks to me about possibly a whole new way of thinking, not just ending an era of heartbreak, but completely transforming everything, most everything about yourself, with the exception of some particular things. In the future, you're being invited to up-level yourself spiritually, to go through the hard work of shadow work and exploring your heartbreak, for instance, exploring why these people are in your life, exploring what lessons that they have to learn. This is going to be hard, the lessons that you have to learn from them, because even if they're toxic and shitty to you, you can still learn from them, and I hope that you do. I hope that you move into your highest good. I hope you tap into your High Priestess energy, and that you start to listen to your intuition about what direction your guides, your ancestors, the universe want to take you as you try to move into your best and your highest good. There is more for you. Promise. There's more for you out of life than just heartbreak. So this is your future right over here, and this is your advice card. If you want to move into this space of deep spirituality, where you are content where you are with the universe, where you have inner peace, where you have inner zen, regardless of what chaos or rough situations may be around you, for instance, that you'll still have your center of gravity. And this is going to be some practice, if you will. I'm seeing here with the Seven of Wands that you're going to have to learn to have inner peace while chaos does go around you, while people even attack you and try to knock you off your pedestal. And I say pedestal with air quotes because you might be a very humble person, right? And I sense that at least some of you are deeply humble people. But this is about you not being knocked off of your pedestal, in the sense that the pedestal is your inner peace. That's your inner zen. There might be a struggle with words. You might have to tell people not to do a particular thing while you get out of this cycle of heartbreak. You might have to tell people to fuck off. Tell people to fuck off that you've never told to fuck off before. It's going to be hard work, because I feel like you've just kind of gone with the flow when it came to being around toxic people. And of course, that was harmful to you. It would be harmful to anybody. In your environment card, or in your environment position, you've got the Star. It's in reverse. I feel like you're not trusting the universe to guide you out of the situation. I feel like you're not leaning on the universe to have your back, relying on the universe to have your back. I feel like you feel like you have to do all of this alone. Excuse me, and that there's no one really to help you. And if you are being attacked, or once you start to stand up for yourself, you feel like you're being attacked, or you might be. Yeah, I can see that. Like, why is the universe putting me through this stuff? Even if you don't believe in that necessarily, you might ask, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve all this heartbreak? I feel like the familiar might still be most comfortable, even when the familiar is deeply toxic to you. Leaning on your intuition, on the universe, on your ancestors and your guides is going to be key. I mentioned the High Priestess earlier, because this is the kind of energy that ideally you should be in order to bring about this judgment phase in which you do up-level yourself into the High Priestess. Right now, you're not there quite yet. The High Priestess stays seated, she observes, she listens, and most of the time, she is silent. But keep in mind that she absolutely does not let people in that do not deserve to be let into her secrets, into her life. She feel if you are to be in her presence, there's some hard work that you need to do. You need to be the kind of person to genuinely seek her heart and not just get results out of people. This is the energy of someone who observes, who listens, and who makes judgments for yourself on whether that person should be in your life or whether they should not. This is a good card to remind you that if your intuition tells you to stay away from a person, that listening to it is most likely good advice. In your outcome, you've got the Six of Swords, and that is leaving this particular Three of Swords situation. You are going to be carrying some memories here. There are some things that you're not going to be able to get rid of when it comes to things that you remember. Habits might be really difficult to let go of. She's carrying a suitcase. It's kind of dark. You may not be able to see it very well, but there's a lot of baggage that she's carrying over to her new destination in spite of the fact that she is leaving. This talks to me about needing a helpful community, needing therapy. You're going to need to have help to get to this particular situation, to get to higher ground, to elevate yourself. You're going to need to ask for help. You might need to humble yourself and say, I'm drowning, I can't do this alone, and that might be really hard for a lot of you folks. I still hope you do it. I still hope you come into your power as the High Priestess. Also through the Judgment card, I hope that you come into your power, and I hope that you choose to spiritually up-level yourself. You can do this. It's not going to be easy for you. This is going to be breaking years of habits for you. They deserve to be broken. You deserve to live in freedom. You might also need help getting away from the people who are attacking you verbally, or they may be passive aggressively doing stuff around you that is meant to throw you off, is meant to piss you off. There are going to be people who try to crawl under your skin, and you might need to ask for help from others in order to prevent that from happening. You might have to leave them, even if they're family, even if they're old childhood friends that you've had for decades. You still need to leave these people behind if they don't give a shit about your best and your highest good. Folks, no more from me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.